Mark 13:7. Wow. 13. I like 13s. 7. Who doesn't like sevens? Mark 13:7. Yet, whenever you should be hearing of battles or wars and news of battles or wars, don't 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 be being alarmed. For these things must be occurring. But the consummation is not yet. Now, the consummation, the end of all things. I have a perception as per the consummation, but there could be more than one consummation. But this is referring to something that is the end of something. The consummation of something is not yet. When you start hearing about wars and rumors or news of wars, don't be alarmed. I think that's the key in this verse. Don't be alarmed. Don't be getting crazy. Don't do that. Because these things have to happen before the consummation. For nation shall be being roused against nation. Now, nation is ethnos. Call that ethnic group. For ethnic group shall be being roused against ethnic group. And kingdom shall be being roused against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in a lot of different places. And there shall be famines and disturbances. These are just the beginning of birth pangs. Just the beginning. Now, this is Mark chapter 13, verse 7, verse 8. So far, that was verse 8. Back to the beginning of verse 8. And nation shall be being roused against nation. Ethnic group shall be being roused against ethnic group. Now, to rouse up someone or rouse up, you have to say things or show things that you know purposefully is going to get them thinking and get them roused up. You know. So there's a rousing aimed at ethnic groups that will get them roused against other ethnic groups. There is a rousing of kingdoms. I guess you could call that countries. To rouse them against other kingdoms or countries. And there will be earthquakes in a lot of different places. And there shall be famines and disturbances. These are just the beginning of pangs, birth pangs. The earth is birthing something. Something is being birthed. Don't be alarmed. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I just put a bunch of dogs up and let a bunch of dogs out. I have German Shepherds and they're out there. Woo! Don't be alarmed. Verse 9, yet you be looking into yourselves. Wow. Don't be looking at what's happening and be being alarmed by you looking at what's happening. Don't do that. You look into yourselves. Because they're going to be giving you up. Before the religious courts and into the synagogues, the gathering places of religious ones. You shall be being lashed, and you shall be being led before governors, kings, on account of me, so that you might be a testimony to them. They need a testimony. When all this stuff starts happening and you realize it's birth pains, don't look at it. Don't be roused by it. Look within yourselves and understand this. You may well be one brought before a leader, a governor, a king. You might be brought before Sanhedrin religious courts. There are so many videos on the internet, people holding religious court. These people are bad. This preacher's bad. This song is bad. Whoever wrote that song, these people doing this worship, that's not worship. I mean, there's all kind of religious courts going on right now. Don't look into yourselves and understand that if you are brought before them, you are to be a testimony to them. That word testimony is translated witness. It's martyrion, martyr. You are to look into yourselves and understand that it is a magnificently wonderful thing to be dead to the world system, to be a martyr to the world system, so that when you are brought before these people, that your words will have a lot of weight, and they will be witnessed to by your testimony, because you have reckoned yourself crucified with the Messiah. That was fresh bread. And one more verse, verse 10, Mark 13:10. You ready? Oh, this is big. And Yeshua said, I said all that to say this. And into all the nations must first be heralded the well message. Now, that word, I don't know how to pronounce it. It was translated gospel. Gospel, weird word. Don't know gospel. Where did that word come from? I like well message. The literal translation is not gospel, but well message. It's the message that makes all things well. At one time, all things were well. Think about that. Before the adversary turned against the Father and convinced 1/3 of all the angels to follow him as they set up their own kingdom beside the kingdom of the Father, big mistake. Not going to happen. But before then, all things were well. After the consummation of all things shall be well again. This is the well message of the kingdom. And he said, all this stuff's going to be happening. Don't be alarmed. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Look into yourselves, because when they bring you up in front of kings, leaders, governors, internet viewer watchers or video watchers, you are to be a witness, a testimony to them. Because how do you know what you say may change their forever? And to all the nations, all the ethnic groups on the earth, this well message, the message that makes all things well again, must be being proclaimed. Oh, I left my cup, my Be Well cup. It's up there. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Hope that was fun.